Hi guys, it's time for another Trekyards live. This is another Captain's Collection Super Chat show and tell. So I just gotta pull up the video here so I can read your comments a little bit easier. So yeah, that, and there we go. So yeah, there I am. Hello, Cap. How cold is it up there? It's minus 7 degrees Celsius today. It's not too bad. We don't have a lot of snow. Unlike Newfoundland, whatever the hell you want to call it, they got a shit ton. Plus, they have a storm advisory thing in effect. They've got like hurricane winds and like, yeah, state of emergency. That's it. But yeah, it's not too cold here, which is nice. And we don't have a lot of snow. We've got very little, which is wonderful. So I'm going to wait for a few people to get here before I start showing things off. And then it's the same as all the other ones. If you see something in particular you want me to talk about or show off or whatever, it's send a super chat, request it, and I'll give you the history on it, whether it's history of the toy, the collectible, the model, or if I know it, and also just my history with it, where I got it, how long I've had it, stuff like that. These have been successful in the past, so if I'm looking over here, it's because it's where my main computer is, and I'll be checking the chats on there. It might be easier to do than on the phone itself. Mic is pretty low. Well, that's because I'm far away from it, sort of. Don't worry, that'll change as I go and show you guys around. So what I'll do is I'll do the same as all the other times. I'll show you kind of everything. And if there's anything that you take note of that you want to talk about, just let me know, and I will show that off. So hopefully we have a good turnout so far. We've got 25 people here, which is awesome. And show your Combadges, says Fleetpaw Swiftback, for $1.99. I can do that, but you're already getting way ahead of me here. But that's okay. We'll do this. We'll do that right away. So let me take you off here and put you right. Actually, let's turn the look. It's me. All right, so we will look at the Combadges because I've got quite a selection, as you can see. So we've got the Trekyards Wrath of Khan Combadge there, done by Brett Barrow, who does fantastic work. These are all magnetic, that's why they're stuck to the thing there. The Wrath of Khan regular Delta. We got the Trekyards just standard Delta, I guess. We also got the Trekyards motion picture, one with the circle around it. We got the Trekyards Section 31 badge because, you know, Section 31, we got to show that off at every chance we get. So there it is, proudly displayed. The TNG one, the Voyager Delta, magnetic Klingon one. We got a Discovery one. We've got a 50th anniversary pin, another 50th anniversary pin, and this is just the back of that 50th anniversary pin because the magnet's not strong enough to have on the back like that one is right now. So looking down here, we've got Renegades. This is the Discovery era, well, Pike era Enterprise badge. We've also got the regular Section 31 Discovery Captain's badge as well, and one of the silver Enterprise ones from Discovery. So that's those. There are some other ones which I think are in a box over here. So we got an All Good Things style Combadge, Trekyards right there. got this style as well, also done up in Trekyards branding, I guess. This is from Future and Perfect. Love the bars behind that. That's actually pretty cool. So that's a captain's badge one. We got another Section 31 styled one right here, but it's a regular Trekyards Combadge, just in black and silver. We got a Trekyards Discovery style badge with the captain's bars on it. None of these have any backings on them right now, but they could be either a pin or the magnets, depending on what I decide to pick. What else do we got? And just some various other ones. There's a Discovery styled regular Delta, but Commander's bars, and engineering as well, or support services. And here we've got one that's just kind of a stylized futuristic badges. Those Trekyard styled badges are great. Well, thank you. So that's the Combadges. But all right. So let me just show you guys around a little bit and get a feel for my workspace. This is actually where we film Trekyards, as you can tell by the background here. So it's my desk. Got the mouse pad, which you don't really need a mouse pad anymore with optical mice, but still a cool one from forever ago. There's my 2 monitors there. My Yeti mic, again, Trekyards branded. My Alexa Echo, I forget what it's called. Shut up, Alexa.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Please try that again.
No, I'm not going to try that again, so no. Over here we got some USB sticks. We got the QMX Enterprise D there. We got a little... Hey Jeff, how's it going? We got a little Razor crest from The Mandalorian. My Star Trek daily calendar. My filming camera. Yeah, that's it for here. So that's like my main workspace there. Here we got the Combadges. Got the Olivia calendar. Some different Star Wars magnets. And this Autobot and Decepticon symbol were actually drawn by a computer, one of the robots at one of the car manufacturing plants near here. My friend works there, and she had that drawn for me by one of the robots. So that's pretty cool. Different magnets. We got an Enterprise D bottle opener, magnetic, and that's just a ship I drew forever ago. Moving down here, we got a stack of models. We got an Excelsior on the bottom there from Generations. We got the Cutaway Enterprise TOS. Another Ambassador class, which I've already built one. It's in the other room. I showed it off on the first one of these show and tells. We got a Franklin from Star Trek Beyond. Vulcan warp sled, or shuttle, essentially. Got one of the D7 model kits in the tin, and Star Wars: The Complete Vehicle Cross-Section Guide and Blueprints. D7, a hand phaser. This is a 1/1000 scale Constitution class, but in a collectible tin. Got my Admiral's hat there, or my Captain's hat, whatever you want to call it. Got a few different smaller model kits back there. My Playmates Defiant. And just some other random stuff. Got some plushies down here. There's a TOS Enterprise, a Millennium Falcon, R2D2, and BB-8. This is for my model building. This is all my equipment and tools. I got an R2D2 cardboard cutout that I got when I worked at Blockbuster forever ago. Over here we got a DS9, the QMX Worf, and the McFarlane Toys Captain Picard, which are both pretty fantastic in their own right. Hallmark Enterprise, that's the 50th anniversary TOS one, so the cage version. Some of the little models from Bandai, that's the Pose X-Wing and one of the other Resistance X-Wings. The Playmates TNG tricorder. We got 2 more computers here, so I kind of got like 4 going on. And then we'll go over here. Got my Star Trek 3 phaser, or the D7 from Eagle Moss. Those are Starfleet Battles miniatures. Those were actually sent to me from Japan. Got a fan there that sends me a lot of cool stuff, so that's where those are from. Got some other stuff back here, some sketches and whatnot. A business card. There's my 3D print of the USS Executioner from my Star Trek Online games. Right there. And little Lego minifigs of me and the commander that somebody sent. Although he gave me red hair, and I don't know why. But that's okay. Here's some of my small fleet. These are Starfleet Battles miniatures, as you can see. So we got 2 Saladin or Aladdin classes. Federation Dreadnought, Constitution class, a Ptolemy Tug, and then a bunch of other different Dreadnought variations. My Andor class, a bunch of different Axanar ships. We've got the Franklin, Reliant, and the Refit Enterprise from Hallmark. Here's one of my builds, my 1000th scale Connie builds. This is the USS or ISS Defiant, NCC 1764 with the Mirror Universe markings. The box for the Starfleet or Star Trek Federation 150 Years of Federation. Got a Reliant up there. Some of the Skull Treks. Got Data and Captain Kirk. The ISS Enterprise from Mirror Darkly up there. Some of my empty modeling boxes. Some aren't. This one still has the resin kit in it for my buddy Dave. The Type 15 shuttlecraft. But the other ones are empty. They're all built in the other room. I showed them off last time. Somebody last time also asked me if I keep some of my boxes, and I do, just for things like this for display. We got an Enterprise D, a Voyager, and the Enterprise from All Good Things, the Dreadnought Galaxy X. Got the Ambassador class Hallmark ornament back there, and then my 1/1000 scale Botany Bay and TOS Enterprise kit. Moving over here, we've got some of the Masterpiece Transformers. We've got 2 side swipes, one in robot mode, one in car mode. Various Hallmark ornaments and just Christmas ornaments of Transformers. And then some more of the Masterpiece ones. There's Grimlock, Rodimus Prime, and Optimus. Here's a few more. Also original or Hallmark G1 series Transformers. Again, more boxes. I keep all of the Hard Hero Bust boxes because they're really fantastic. And I was talking about those when I was doing this upstairs in the captain's ready room. So got those. Up on the top, we've got some of the Hot Wheels ships. We got the Enterprise D and the Refit, the Reliant, and the Bird of Prey with the wings in the up position. Various other things here, just figures and composite Superman. His tank. Sorry guys, I'm still sick, so I'm all stuffed up. I apologize. But there's more boxes as well. There's the Hot Rods box, and I'm not a huge fan of Funko Pops, but I got a few. I've got, as you guys know, I like Astromech droids and the black ones specifically. So I got this one from Rogue One, and I got Voltron as well. So here's more of the boxes that I've kept. There's my Foley, my interactive R2D2 box, and I also have one of the R2D2 telephones. That's the box there. Going back to this back wall, again, just a bunch of random stuff on the walls, as you guys know. And look, he has a red shirt. Martin Devon puts in $2. Show us your real fighter planes. What do you mean by real fighter planes? I don't even know what that means. So there's my captain's certificate, May 28th, 2254. And here's another one as well. F-15. Yeah, I don't have, well, I have a few actually. I shouldn't say that. I got an F-14 right there. Another one there. Another one there. And then an F-111 Tornado. And I've got the G.I. Joe Sky Striker right there. That's my original one. It's broken, got a lot of missing parts, but there. And I also got a large scale F-18 right there. So here's my Tornado. It's not the F-1. No, not the F-1. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember offhand. Sorry, but it's the Tornado. So here's my model building table. It's cleaned off now. Finally, I got some books here because I was doing some scripting, and a model that I might be making at some point soon. This is the Optimus Prime attack mode. So, and now that this table's cleared off, I can actually get some model building videos done for you guys. There's my QMX 709. I'm just gonna say, yeah. My iPad with my LCAR is not working. Gotta get that fixed. Here's my Mega Bloks Enterprise, which is essentially a 1/350 scale Enterprise. I've done a complete video on the build and comparing it to my 350 on the channel, so check it out. My Bandai NX-01 and my Eagle Moss NX refit right there. And a big X-Wing at the back. New Ships of the Line calendar. The base for my 350 refit. The warp grills done in the proper purple color. And then like the Arboretum and the Officer's Lounge are in there. 1/1000th scale Foley. Look, the Sword of Omens. Bins with random stuff. My 350 scale boxes and a Voyager kit, which I have to still build. And if we go down here, so there's the F-18 and the F-14 Katinga model that I've been working on. A bunch of the Geek Tikis, all the TOS ones. Also got some kits down there. I've got the Bandai K2SO, Bandai Boba Fett that need to be built. All the other kits are built and they are upstairs. Those are just the empty boxes. My original Omnibot and a bunch of various ships. And then some other model kits down here. I've got the Grissom and the Bird of Prey kit. Some more Bandai. We got R2Q5, R5J2, a 1/1400 scale Enterprise E, the bridge set that was sent to me by what's his name? Curtis. He sent me that a little while ago. And then this box is full of Playmates Star Trek action figures and some original Star Wars figures. And just random other stuff that's just in packages still. Mirror Universe Kirk. And then the new Mego guys. There's the Romulan and Kirk there. So, Picard. Oh, and also some. There's Curtis, yeah. And then also some Playmates TNG figures that are still in the package. So guys, oh, and up here too. I should probably show you those. There we go. These are my models I built like 25 years ago. There's my Star Trek V Enterprise. This one's a kit bash of a Connie model that I messed up, so I kit bashed it and created the USS Holmes NCC 221B. And back there's one of my original. This and this kit are the same kit. So let's see. Got another super chat. Super Coops puts in 5 pounds. Thank you very much. I also build models I have more unbuilt than built. Would you say you're the same? Which kit are you most looking forward to building? I would say I am the same. It used to be that I've always had a few kits, like 3 or 4 at a time, that were in the boxes, and I would build one until it was finished, then start another one. Then I joined my model club, and since then I've acquired more kits, unfortunately, because I've been going to Wonderfest and things. So the kits are piling up, and I have a few on the go. I have the Foley class, which is right here, the resin kit. You can buy the Foley class in resin, guys. Got that on the go, plus my 350 scale refit. I haven't really finished any models, really, since I started the club. Just because I go to the club every month, and they blow me away with the stuff that they do, and I just feel like I'm just not good enough. But I got to get over that, and I got to start actually building again. So hopefully you guys will be interested in some model builds. DJ Odyssey is here. Hello, DJ Odyssey. So let's see, we got 39 people watching. Thank you very much, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It's very important. And I'm going to take a cough candy because my throat's bugging me. So if you guys saw anything you'd be interested in me talking about in a little more detail, feel free to send a super chat. Otherwise, we'll just have a general conversation. But I do love showing this stuff off and talking about it, so give that a consideration. Super Cube says, I already have the Foley class. It's one of my unbuilt kits, lol. Yeah, well, here it is assembled. I don't have the Bizarre collectors on at the moment, the domes, and I also don't have the sensor dishes. They aren't put in yet, but it's assembled. I need to finish this, paint it, and decal it. But yeah. Jeff Jacobs puts in $1.99. 50 likes, please. Hashtag make Jeff pay. Yeah, we're at 23 likes. Everybody, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Again, sorry about my voice. And yeah. I'd love to build my Voyager ship, says Curtis. Yeah, I've got the monogram kit up there. I forget where I got that, actually. Somebody gave it to me because they weren't going to build it. I completely forgot I had that. Looks good, Cap. Bigger than I expected. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be 1/1000th scale. So it's not much bigger than a Constitution class. It's roughly the same size, just it's overpowered a little bit. So, yeah, that's that. So yeah, sorry we don't have a specific topic today, but I do love doing these Captain's Collection show and tells. If you've already seen the other room, as for the first one, and then the ready room for the second one. So this is the third one. This is another part of the collection. And like I said, I'll be going back to the other ones for more of these. If you missed anything or something specifically you wanted to look at, you can join those ones as well in the future and get it talked about. Are you planning on making any Discovery models? Maybe. I don't have, but I want to get the Disco Enterprise probably. I already have both of the Eagle Moss ones, the small one and the XL. But if I was going to build anything, that would probably be the one. Hun. Christian messaged me and asked to go to the store. I don't know if he messaged you or not. I can't answer him right now, though. Fleetpox Whipback puts in $1.99. Can you talk about the kit bashes you have? I can. I can't really show them off in any kind of great detail unless I get the step stools. Just 1 second. Hold your horses. I would rather not die today, so. I don't have many kit bashes that I can really show off right now, but. So yeah, this is the NCC 221B. Unfortunately, I won't be able to take it down to show you, but try to have a look at it this way. It's a little dusty, but it's essentially a simplified Miranda style. And again, I apologize for the dust, but these don't get dusted up here really. I used the air in a can to kind of blow it off earlier, but it's not, none of the seams are done or anything. This was just a quick kit bash. The entire build is actually on the Trekyards channel, some of the earlier videos. And it's held by a couple threads. These have been hanging for years too, so they're not going anywhere. That's why I don't want to take them down. When I move them, it's going to be, you know, to put them in a new home or something, but I hate the nacelles on that thing. They droop so much. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of droopy nacelles. Oh, there's a little 2500 scale cadet series ones that Curtis sent me when he sent me the bridge kit. Just put this back. So there's the ISS Enterprise, signed by Doug, to Captain Stewie. He always calls me that. And from Andrew Probert, the refit. And then my buddy Ken Palco, who worked on Deadpool. He actually created all the props for that and the swords, Cable's gun, the Desert Eagles that Deadpool uses. So he signed that. He says, "To Stuart, fuck you, Ken Palco, props." Thanks, Kenny. Fleetpaw Swiftback says, "Hello, sexy. What's that Lego Enterprise?" This is the Mega Blocks TOS Enterprise. Like I said, it's 350 scale. Dedication plaque. Kirk and Spock figure comes with it. And I've got a complete build of this on the channel from start to finish. So check it out. It's a good video, actually. I really had fun building this. There was like 2 or 3 problems with the kit, but we overcame it. So also the nacelles light up. Just push on them. So, and they glow. But yeah, fantastically fun build. So Steve Bowen says, "I don't think the Enterprise was built in San Fran. Isn't it canon that it was built at Utopia Planitia shipyards?" Actually, most of the components for the Constitution class were built in San Francisco, and the orbital facility that actually orbits just above San Francisco. So it was classed as San Francisco. Canonically, I don't know if it was Utopia Planitia. I'm sure parts of it were probably built there, but I think it was built in Earth orbit. The Enterprise specifically, so, and it was above the San Fran shipyards, as they called it. So, don't be sorry for nitpicking. That's perfectly fine. So, let's see. I can probably show you something without. That's a good one. Oh. I forgot to show you this too. My mother-in-law made this little Enterprise for me. She crocheted it, but there's no good way to do the nacelles, so she just stuck them on like that. It's very much like the Aegis class from Bridge Crew, actually, with the way it's configured. But just a little Enterprise crochet. Also got this. This is the Playmates Defiant, which is huge. It's actually really cool. The nose does dip down. This was given to me by my friend Michael Freitas. He's the one that did the Terror Bird. We have a whole episode on the Terror Bird. It was one of our Trekyards originals. I think it was our first Trekyards original, actually. And he's now working on a Gojira class, which is a Godzilla-inspired starship, which is really cool. It's almost done. Hopefully it'll be at Wonderfest this year. But he gave me this because he had it for years and thought that it would have a good home here, which he was right. good to be part of the collection, as it were. I'm just going to dust it while I have it out. And the sound effects still work on it, so I don't want to go through all of them, but so Steve, I don't know what to say about that. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I'll show you some of these model kits. So I've got the Akazi's class perimeter action ship, which is a really cool design. Got this at Wonderfest a few years ago, still have not built it. 1/1000 scale, so that's a pretty small ship, all things considered. We've also got the Archer class, which is the Sagittarius, which is in the Vanguard series of novels. Paul Sherrard's puts in $2. Grab a coffee on me, Captain. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. But that is 1/350 scale, so that's also a very small ship when compared to the 350 Enterprise, which is that size, same as the Mega Blocks. Also, we've got the, this is from StarCraft. This I got the first year I went to Wonderfest, which is like 5 years ago. 5 years or 6 years? Probably 5 years. And that's just a Federation class Dreadnought. These are resin model kits, so what is the scale? This is 1/1400 scale, so Sulphurus says, what happened to the last stream? Was it deleted? It was not deleted. It's set to private, as was explained in the last live stream. So unfortunately, you won't be able to go back and watch that at this time. But who knows what the future holds. So guys, if you have any questions or comments or anything, let me know. And again, if you want to see anything, also let me know. I'll probably take you around another time just to kind of get a refresh of everything you saw. But if there's anything in the background that catches your eye, or that was over here, or anything that you would be interested in me talking about, like I said, just send a super chat and let me know, and I will talk about it. Since the model table is not cleared off, though, I am thinking of doing this Optimus Prime attack mode kit. Pretty cool stylized version of the Transformers, plus it's fully articulated. Does anyone know if Star Trek Online lifetime account is linked or appears on linked accounts like the PC lifetime account to PS4? I don't know. Sorry, I'm not able to do super chat today. Maybe next time. That's fine, Curtis. Don't worry about it. I'll be doing a lot more of these. So, yeah. But here's the instruction manual for it. I do like the stylized Transformers look. Very anime. So I'll probably be doing these builds. I don't want to do them on the Trekyards channel, I don't think. So if you're not subscribed to my Captain Foley personal channel, go over there, because I'll probably do the model builds over there from now on. But this should be a fun build. Pretty simple, actually. Plus, I don't think there's much gluing required with this one. But yeah, that's one of my other interests, is Transformers. So if you guys are interested in that, well, make sure you're following the Captain Foley personal channel so you can get the build progress of that when I start it. I just got these from Wish, actually. Door lights. These are courtesy door lights. As you guys know, both of my cars are Decepticons, the Transformers, the Camaro, and the Cruise. This one is actually cool. This is a little thing that goes on the inside of your door and points down. And has a Decepticon symbol that'll shine on the ground when I install them. So I'm looking forward to doing that as well. There we go. But yeah. So like I said, any questions, please feel free to ask. I just don't know what else to talk about randomly offhand. This is cool though. This is the little QMX Enterprise D. This came in the first mission crate, I think. First or second. I think it was the first one. USS Enterprise 1701D. And QMX Mini Masters. So, really nice stand actually. It's got a little magnet in the bottom there. And again, very, very detailed. This is actually really nice. This goes on and there you go. Is the Playmates Defiant scaled to 120 meters or 172 meters? No idea. It's not scaled to anything else in the collection, I don't think, so. It's a very good question. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you something. Yeah. Oh, Judge 1981 puts in $20. Thank you very much, sir. You're a magnificent, Captain. Any Enterprise A stuff? Well, this is the original Hallmark refit. Yeah, this year they came out with the 40th anniversary one, which is not the A, it is the one from the motion picture, but this is their original one right here. A lot of great detail on that, and I've had this for many, many years, but the detail's really nice. And where's the button? Oh, yeah, the button's on the back here. The new one, it's on the bridge, but this one, it's on the back. And unfortunately, I don't have any working batteries in it, but the nacelles light up, just the inner grills, and the, I believe the impulse crystal lights up as well. That's a good question. I also have the Miranda, the Reliant, big ass button on the bottom. And again, this one also has no batteries in it, but the nacelles light up, as does the impulse crystal on this one, which is actually a really nice detail. I don't know if you guys have the Hallmark ornaments, but you should scoop them up if you can, because they're really fantastic. Fat Produce puts in $5. I just finished a playthrough of Elite Force on Twitch. We should get people together to play old Trek games like this or Starfleet Command. I 100% agree with you. That would be fantastic. Just have to make sure that we have them on our systems. My Starfleet Command that I actually installed and had working on here is no longer working for some reason, so I got to figure that out, because I would love to do live streams of that. I just love that game. The Darth Eddie, hey, looking at your USS Franklin model back there, what do you think about the Franklin's design compared to the Enterprise NX-01? Can you believe that the Franklin is an acceptable predecessor to it? I mean, kind of. There's my answer. Again, this is the Hallmark one. You push the button. Really, this is dead too. Anyway, this one you push the button and the front lights up and the nacelles. But this one isn't a ship with a line. This is actually like a smaller transport of sorts. It's not actually a heavy cruiser as like the Enterprise NX-01 would have been. So it's not comparable in my opinion, but it is an interesting design. They did kind of stay true to the aesthetic, especially for a JJ movie. That's why I find Beyond is one of the better JJ films for sure. I just can't believe the batteries are dead in this. They worked last time, but that's okay. So yeah, I have no issues with it being a predecessor, but it's not the same class. It's not anywhere near the same. It's not like you're replacing it or anything. So, I mean, there's that, right? How about 90s Hallmark ornaments, including the first one? Oh yeah, I don't have the first one, unfortunately. I would love to get that, though. I wouldn't mind a Sulu Excelsior series with Sulu, actor from JJ Trek. Sorry, can't remember his name. That would be... It's just on the tip of my tongue. But, yeah. I got me. John Cho, that's it. I mean, Martin, you're probably right about that. Look. What just happened is happening again. Have you taken any interest in aircraft compared to starships? The two go hand in hand to me. Continuity-wise, they're similar. Well, yeah, when I was in high school, I was a huge guy into jets. And the F-14 was my favorite. Top Gun was one of my favorite movies. So yeah, I do have quite a few jet fighters and things. Because it's kind of my bag, baby, as they say. But back then I used to know like everything about them. Now, forgotten a lot of that stuff, so. All my Wonderfest name tags over the years. The Super Hornet is sexy. It's also big. I think it's 1/18 scale or something like that. Here's one of the other things I kind of wanted to show you guys. This is my Enterprise D Bluetooth speaker, which I've done a complete review on when I got it. I hate that there's no detail on the bottom. There's the plug-in port to recharge it. Up here's the speaker part. But the top's nicely detailed. But yeah, it's just a Bluetooth speaker. And you can keep the lights on. You can also... Hold on, which is it here? There's also a setting with... There it is. Where it's got the running sounds. I'll just play that for an hour. Fleet Paw Swiftback says I have neat handwriting. Well, thank you. Fat Produce puts in $2. Actually, prefer to display it like that. I display a lot of my ships on the nacelles because that's the best view of them generally is from the top. So but yeah, that's pretty cool. Fat Boys puts in $2. Anyone tried Starfleet Command 2 Community Edition? I have not, but I would definitely like to. And that, like I said, is usually plain LCARs, but it's an old iPad 2, which is actually broken. It's got a crack in it. Right there. But we'll get that fixed soon enough. Stuart, go boldly. Doug Drexler. Oh, and this too. My QMX Picard. With the little Borg thing behind. One company, phaser and communicator boxes. The trivia game. Oh, also got a bunch of patches here. USS Daedalus. This was given to me by Matthew Cushman, who drew the cutaway for the Daedalus. That's in the latest Ships of the Line calendar. I gave me that at Wonderfest. Star Trek Modelers Group. This is from my buddy Bill McRae. Got a very cool patch. These I got at the London International Air Show this year. The A-10C Thunderbolt demonstration team, so the Warthog. And we got this too. This is the Yorktown class development project. San Francisco Fleet Yards. And a little Odyssey class development project pin. This is another one of my Combadges, I guess. This is one of the Star Trek Online ones. I also have the one that came with the special edition when it first came out in the box. I still have that in the other room. But so there's that. Turn off Picard. Great angles, eh? Sulphurus says, also, if I may ask, where did you acquire those fighter jet models, considering I no longer live in the United States? Finding treasures such as this is much more difficult. Well, I don't have any models. Like I said, that's my original Sky Striker from G.I. Joe. And that one that was bought at Sears probably 14 or 15 years ago. It's got a pilot in there that comes out. Has a removable drop tank on the bottom, which isn't on right now. Also comes with a ladder and everything. So those aren't models, and same with the ones back here. That's just a small one that I got at, I don't know where I got that actually. And same with, I think this one was bought at the dollar store. You had to put it together yourself, so I guess it was a model kit. It's one of the small ones. Look at the cobwebs on it. And these, again, you had to put these together too, but they were just small little things, so nothing impressive. So I don't really have any models per se of jets, but just love my little fleet. Also love my Botany Bay paint job. Rust and meteor impact things and what autographs do you have? Any special ones? I showed them off on the first one I did of these in the other room. I've got a ton of them. The most special ones are probably my TOS technical manual. Got William Shatner, James Doohan signed it, so Scotty signed it, and so did Walter Koenig. I think that's all the ones that's in that, but that's probably my most special one, considering that, you know, James Doohan signed the technical manual. I think that's really cool. Hey Trekyards, I've been watching your coverage for a couple years now. I really like what you guys do. My only wish was Lego would do a range from Star Trek. Yeah, they need the licensing rights. Mega Bloks, I think, has it right now. I don't know if they still have it, but they did when they did the TOS Enterprise. Well, models, props, toys, I use them interchangeably. I used to own a very detailed F-18 Hornet Blue Angels and an F-117 kit that I assembled in like 2010. I got it from White Elephant store. That's cool. Fleet Pass, Swiftback, $1.99. What's the most favorite thing in your office? That would be Sylvia. She's over there. But aside from that, most favorite thing in my office. That is a trick question. I don't know. I think my most favorite thing that I have would be my 350 scale Enterprise, the model, which is upstairs, but that's in the ready room. So I don't know if I can answer that question. I don't know what down here would be my most favorite. That's a very good question, to which I don't really have an answer. Maybe the Mega Bloks 350 scale Enterprise up there. Maybe. I have a couple of 172 P-51 Mustangs, which I'm sure you would like. I have some P-51 Mustangs as well. They are in the other room. They're actually in one of the drawers right now. They're not on display. I've got a big one, which is pretty cool. Again, that was from Sears as well. It's smaller scale than the F-18, though. What is your most valuable? Again, that's kind of hard to say. I think my most valuable would be any of my Franklin Mint chess sets, just because there's so many pieces and they're all gold and silver electroplate. I mean, I probably have some rare stuff that is worth money, but I don't know. Have you lost any of these kind of possessions over the years? I still mourn the loss of some of my works that art that disappeared over time without my knowledge. I mean, I've lost a few things for sure. I have been divorced, and I didn't get a lot of that stuff back. Most of the Star Trek collection and Star Wars toys and things like that I did get back. Those are actually in bins on the other side of the room here underneath the stairs. So I got a lot of the toy collections back. Probably missing a few pieces here and there. Like I had a really nice Transformers plate with Optimus and Megatron on it from one of the TF cons from Toronto, with 1985. No, not 1985. Trying to think what year was on it. Was it 95? Might have been. I can't remember, but it had Cybertron in the background and Optimus and Megatron on it, so I didn't get that back. And also my sword collection. I had like 36 swords, didn't get any of them back from my ex-wife. So that's kind of a sticky point for me, but generally I got most of my stuff back because she wasn't interested in it, which, you know, she kept it for me for a while, but I got it back, except for my sword collection and a few other select pieces, which, you know, I've either forgotten about or just, there's a few things I'll see like on eBay or just, you know, on TV over the years, and I'm like, I used to have that, where is it? You know. Super chats are great, but if you want if you would like 100% of your money to go to these guys, you can PayPal directly using Trekyards at hotmail.com. You can as well. Not 100% of it goes, but more than what YouTube gives us. um, and one of the best ways to help us actually is to join our Patreon, which the link's in the description below. But I used to have that. Where is it? Very relatable. Yeah. And sometimes it's like, oh, it is downstairs in a bin. I know exactly where it is. I just can't dig it out right now. Other times it's like, yeah, where did that go? I think it might be here, but I'm not 100% sure because we just got so much stuff that it's hard to keep track of it all. And I'll be surprised when I go through those bins when we finally get them out front of the stairs and start reorganizing stuff. I'll be surprised with what I find in there, I think. So 41 of you here, that's great. Everybody hit like. We got 41 likes. So let's even get it above the number of viewers. I'm sure that people have come and gone, and there might be new people here that haven't hit like yet, so make sure you hit that like button. There goes 42. Which is great. We got 2 thumbs down as well, so whatever. People don't realize that a thumbs down is actually good for the channel. It shows engagement. It shows that people are watching and that they're interacting with the channel. So it's an analytic, so it actually helps the channel. So a thumbs down is fine as well. So you don't like it, I don't care. Do you have any Star Trek vinyl records? No, I do not. Sylvia's the vinyl record collector. Don't have any Star Trek ones, though, that I'm aware of. 44 likes now. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Trekyards, what are your hopes for the new Picard series? I hope it doesn't suck. And I hope the writing's good. I hope the characters stay true to who they're supposed to be. Those are the most important things. And then visually, I want it to look TNG, or obviously post-TNG. But what we saw in the Children of Mars trailer, I don't want to see that. From what I've heard from the premiere, TNG fans will be happy. It does show some TNG ships. So we're going to have to wait and see. I don't want to spoil anything that I might have heard for you guys in case you don't want to hear it. And I'm not sure how reliable those sources are that I heard it from. So, and I haven't really been asking questions because I kind of don't want to be spoiled when I go into it. So, well, the short did. That's not saying that the show will. If it does, we'll have to see how much they're represented. As a background ship, I can forgive that a bit. Excuse me. I know from the trailers and things we've seen, there are shuttles, Discovery shuttles, which are a bit of annoyance, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. If it's handled well, it can be good. We'll have to see. So, what else can I show you here? My Katinga model, as yet unfinished, but as you can see, it's a work in progress. This I bought actually from a guy at my model club who had put it together, but he didn't want to finish it, so I got it for like $5. I'm just painting on some detailing, and then on top of this, there's going to be more weathering and stuff. So I've done the one wing. As you can see, the other wing is not yet completed, but and I usually don't stick to the paint schemes that are supposed to be on them. I like to paint them the way that I think they should look. So this one's going to look a little bit different than a regular Katinga. As you guys know, if you saw my ambassador class in the other room, sure it's the right paint scheme-ish, but it's a lot more contrasty. It pops a lot more than it normally would. And I'm fine with that. I don't mind painting things the way that I want them displayed because they're for me. So, yeah. So this is a big Katinga. It's the same scale as the Enterprise up there, the Star Trek 5. I don't know if it was a monogram kit or an AMT kit, but it's a weird scale. It's whatever fit in the box at the time, and it turns out to be a 1/547th scale. I think it's 5/47th scale, which is odd. It's a weird number, but you know how it is. But yeah, that's just my Katinga. Work in progress. This is something I really got to finish considering it's built. I don't have a stand for it. I'll have to make something in that regard, but I just need to paint it and get some decals for it because it didn't come with any. And it's decals, guys. It's not decals. Just saying. Airfix do some quick build kits that don't look too bad. Haven't got one, so not sure if they're good or bad, but they look okay. Yeah, I've done a few Airfix kits. I believe I have a P-51 Mustang that was an Airfix kit. They're all right, but yeah. So I don't really know what else to chat about, guys. I still have an unfinished. It's a Vita TU-135M, coated in a nasty layer of enamel white, and I need to remove. It's probably been like a year or two by now, somewhere under a table. That was under the table. The Katinga, it's underneath my model table, actually. I never model anything because I'm patient enough, but I'm not patient enough, but I bought lots of starships with lights and sound. Yeah, that's one of the other things. That's why I haven't finished my 350 refit. I have a lighting kit for it that was specifically made for me because I'm an idiot and I don't understand electronics. So it's a plug-and-play kit with a glowing deflector and the warp nacelles and stuff, and it's very easy to do. But when I make a model, especially of those ships at that scale, I want it to be lit and look good because I always wanted one that size. And I never really wanted the refit model because I'm terrified to build it. Because you got to do if you want to do it right, you have to paint the Aztecing with the pearlescent paints, all of which I have. I have pearlescent blue, pink, green, gold, and then the clear pearlescent. But you got to mask, and you got to paint, and you got to mask, and just a pain in the ass to get it right. And then the lighting kit as well. Like if you're going to do something, do it right, you know. So I've also got lights in my display base for the 350 refit, spotlights that shine up on the ship. So it'll be interesting to see when it's finished, but it's been 6 years now. It's in pieces throughout the area here. I'll get to it. I'll have to finish it at some point. I had a chance to finish the model this summer, but couldn't find the time because reasons, procrastination. I still have to paint though. I just hope I can remove the layers of paint layers. Yeah, that's the problem. That's actually what happened with my my kit bash that I turned into the USS Holmes up there, because essentially I had paint on my secondary hull of the model and I needed to remove it, so I put it in. I was told, what was it, something spirits. Anyway, I was told to put it in that, so I did. And when I came back to it, the plastic had turned to consistency of like chewed bubble gum. Like it was floppy, so I had no secondary hull. That's why that thing was kit bashed together with the saucer and the nacelles, because that's all I had left. And all that process is on the Trekyards channel. It's on the early some of the early videos. Go check those out, guys, because when I started this channel there was no Trekyards. I showed off pieces in the collection, and I did model builds and unboxings and things. Those are all still on there, so if you go to the oldest videos on the channel, you'll see some really interesting stuff, all of which, or most of which, has been transferred over to the Captain Foley personal channel. So if you want to just join the Captain Foley personal channel and check it out on there as well, that's the other option, because there's no real Trekyards specific stuff over on the Captain Foley personal channel, and I pretend I'm making more videos for over there as well. Why would you bash Kit? Funny. I probably should have used more thinner on a different brush, because regular thinner with cotton swabs won't cut it. This is nothing like applying thermal paste. Yeah. But guys, I'm probably going to call it quits. I mean, I'm not getting any super chats to chat about specific things, which is fine. It's just my throat's getting sore as well. And I thought this would be something to at least try. That being said, it is 5 o'clock. We usually start at 5, so maybe I should wait around, see who shows up, because other people might not realize that I started an hour early. Um, and Brian McFrohan says, what do I think of the latest Top Gun trailers? I think they look great. I'm super excited to see it. As I said, Top Gun is one of my favorite movies. I've seen it well over 150 times by now. And yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Actually, today it was interesting because I was in the car and I was thinking about it. I'm like, when are they going to announce Days of Thunder 2? Because we all know Days of Thunder is just Top Gun on wheels. It came out like a year or two after Top Gun, and it's basically the same storyline. So, and it makes more sense realistically for him to still be a NASCAR driver or a race car driver at his age than to be a fighter pilot. So I think if Top Gun 2 does well, we're going to hear an announcement for Days of Thunder 2 at some point. So just remember, you heard it here first, guys. Days of Thunder 2. It's probably going to be a thing. Curtis says, I've been watching your channel from the beginning. Have you really? Have you been watching it for, well, it'll be 6 years in October. So that's a long time to be watching. So thank you, Curtis. I appreciate that. Days of Thunder. Are you a NASCAR fan, Captain Foley? Not really. No. The movie's fun, great. Like, I love the movie. It was actually one of my best friend's favorite movies. Mike. I went to school with him. He was my best friend from high school. Passed away a few years ago, but it was one of his favorite movies, so we watched it all the time. My version was Top Gun. His version was Days of Thunder. So, Martin Devon puts in 2 pounds. Galaxy versus Intrepid was debating with Anti-Trekker. That's a tough call. They're pretty evenly matched. The Intrepid is a small, maneuverable, well-armed ship. The Galaxy is also very well armed, but a lot more sluggish and basically a glass cannon. If you hit it in the right spot, you're going to destroy it. So it's tough to say. That's a very good question, though. That would be an interesting versus battle if you could get the statistics right and actually do a computer simulation. That'd be neat to see. Ian Warrender puts in 5 pounds. 50 likes. Let's get some more. Oh, 50 likes. Thank you, guys. That's awesome. And let's see. We have 44 people here. Again, thank you guys for watching. Sorry this is kind of boring. I was hoping that there'd be more interaction as far as Super Chats go to see certain things. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll be doing more of these, so don't worry, guys. If you can't do it today, or if you're not here today, or you're watching this after the fact, we'll be doing these more often so that you guys can have a chance to kind of learn about any of the things that are here on display. So, hey Cap, have you pulled the Captain's Chair out of storage in a while? Have not, no. It usually it only comes out like once a year, and that's for London Comic Con. Martin Devon says, I disagree. What do you disagree about? Are you talking to me, or are you talking about somebody else in the chat? Well, I'd love to donate some of my savings to support you. Unfortunately, I've only got cash to call on, like last stream. Dealing with the banks isn't fun when nobody can make up their minds at home. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. If there was anything you guys did see and you want to ask about, feel free. And too nice a guy. What can I say? Samuel's last live that he did by himself, where he could get to sponsor a ship, made a shit ton of money. Here, you know, when it's just Captain Foley, nobody donates. It's fine. I understand. I see how it is. It's great. It's fine. It's all right. No guilt, no pressure. Don't play Star Trek Online on PS4. It sucks. I never will. I do have it on the computer, and it wasn't working for the longest time. I actually fixed it the other day. I had to go into the file folder for it and find the repair thing. Click the repair execute file, it repaired it, and then it would launch, but it wouldn't launch for me for quite a while, but I've got it up and running again. I'll probably do a Star Trek Online live with the captain soon, so yeah. Chris Gwillem, can we make Jeff pay? Sorry, Captain, I'm after Christmas. We'll do next month. No problem, Chris. I'm sorry for saying anything. I just love you more than Sam. Thank you. Sorry, I'm dying. Super Coops, 2 pounds. How detailed is that DS9 behind you? Oh, I was hoping nobody would ask about that. I had an interesting story about that, which now you get to talk about it. So, thank you. And excuse me, I'm just sucking on a cough candy. So this thing here, this was sent to me from one of my fans in Japan. Goes by the name of Wolf. But this is actually a soft, kind of a weird, not soft but not hard kind of rubber, and it comes apart. It's you got to build it. And today, I mean, it's been sitting here for a year and a half, maybe more. It's pretty detailed. But earlier today, I was just like moving it around, getting things ready for this live, and one of these fell off. And then I went to fix that, and it basically all fell apart, and I had to rebuild it. And with the way these go together and the strength of the flexibility of it, it's really annoying. As you can see, it's kind of bent back there just because the way the rubber is, and I haven't glued it together. Down there on this side, over here, you can see it dips a bit. So it's not the best, but it's not the worst. I'm not sure who makes it either. It's a Japanese thing right there, made in 2004. I don't know what that says, but he sent me a bunch of stuff from Japan. This was one of them, along with a bunch of little starships, and he also sent me these, but not at the same time. Those are the little mini figs, miniature series. Those are these right here. So the Dreadnoughts, Saladins, Constitution class, and then the Ptolemy back there, the Ptolemy tug, which I just built the Ptolemy tug yesterday, actually, and I think I'm missing a piece. I'm supposed to have like a deflector thing in the front pod there, but it didn't come in there, so I don't know. So yeah, that DS9 that Worf apparently wants to kill. Looks like he's gonna attack it. It's interesting. It's about the size, I'd say it's probably the same size as the XL Eagle Moss, but it's quite a bit older. As you can see, 2004, so. And the detail on it, I mean, it's pretty good. It could probably use some paint and some weathering to help it, but so it's not too bad. But yeah. So it really pissed me off earlier when I had to rebuild it. I was rebuilding it on the desk here, and it kept falling apart. And I'm like, oh, for Christ's sakes, I wonder if somebody's going to ask about that. So you were the winner. You asked about it. I don't know what you win for that, but so there you go. Ryan McFarlane, it amazes me how good artists come up with the DS9 station, TOS, Enterprise, etc. from scratch and blend them so good with their series. Your room is like a Star Trek museum. Well, this is only one part of the collection. This, like I said, this is the third. It's scattered throughout the house. So this is my filming area. But the first one started in the other room. There's right behind this wall, actually, there's a bookcase, which if you watch the first one, you know what I'm talking about. So it's right behind this, on the other side. And it's a whole corner full of stuff as well, plus upstairs in the ready room. So, yeah. Have you played any flight simulator games by chance? Well, I play Ace Combat 7 all the time now in VR, which is great. I've had all the Ace Combat games, pretty much all of them, over the years, so I love that. As far as flight simulators go, I used to have the Janes fighting planes or whatever, way back when. Computer game. It was fun. I don't know if I'd call it a simulator, though. It's probably the closest I've had to being a simulator. That or the VR. Let's see what else is. Oh, there's another F-14 I haven't showed off. Let me get it for you. The Gustrum we showed last week looked cool, especially the Falcon coming out of the wall. Yeah, thank you. You'll have to come over and visit sometime and stay over, and you can stay there. All right. Dusty. Sorry. Needed to clean it off. This is one of the ones that I built. Sorry about that. Almost lost my camera. Some of the ones I built a few years ago. Some of the detail on it. Yeah, that's a real squadron. This is from the USS Forrestal. I forget the name of the squadron though, with the with Felix the cat. But so this is one I built a few years ago. Just very dusty. So I apologize for the dust. And I'm missing part of a decal right there, because this was before I really knew how to do decals properly and to clear coat afterwards and stuff. So this is like an early model before I really got into modeling. So put you back up here and hopefully you don't fall this time, 'cause that would suck. Cap, that looks as good as any that I saw at Maps Museum in Canton, Ohio. For an early one, it looks nice. Thank you. I don't think, no, the build for this one isn't on my isn't on the channel, unfortunately. But thank you. I bow to your fantastic modeling skills, Captain. Bring back F-14 memories from Top Gun. Don't bow to any of my skills. They're not that great. Trust me. I wouldn't consider myself an expert at all. Very, very novice. And yeah, the F-14 could hold a lot of armaments, absolutely. Well, I don't know. F-14 cutout. This is cut out of the London International Air Show program one year. Used to have it up on the wall up there. And got this too, this painting. What's that one called again? I can't remember the name of this one. It's behind the box. I don't want to move the box, but I love F-14s. Just saying. Probably making you guys sick with all the movement. I apologize. Hey Cap, did it make sense for a phaser to have a smaller phaser incorporated into it? We don't have guns like that today. Don't know if it makes sense, but it's cool. One of my favorite phasers, right here. This is the Art Asylum one, which was sent to me by somebody. I don't know who. It was a Trekyards fan that sent it to me. And I've wanted one for a while. As I showed with my first show and tell, in the other room I have one on the wall, but it's a resin model that I got a few years ago. This one is the Art Asylum one, which is really cool. Setting 2. Setting 3. And setting 4. And yeah, that one comes apart too. If it's off, I think that was change in intensity. Or not. This one, there probably is an overload setting, but I don't know what it is on this one. No, it's not that. Usually, most of the phasers do have overload settings, but this one, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Jeff Jacobs puts 259. I am home. We have 59 likes. Yay. Hashtag make Jeff pay. Hey, Jeff. Welcome back. Just trying to think of other things to talk about. I gotta get a better rig for this. Hey Cap, are you and Sylvia doing any binge TV series watching right now? No, not right now. We just finished The Witcher. We were told we should watch Big Mouth on Netflix. That we'd really like it. I don't know. We'd have to see. But no, we're not binging anything specifically right now. Just our regular shows that we watch. So, got a Variant T disruptor. I do not. Do they even make the Variant T disruptor? I don't know. Do you? Let's see, we are hour and a half in. That's great, guys. Do you want me to show you the around one more time? And then if you see anything and you want to super chat to talk about it, you can do that. I'll just show you around one more time, and then we'll probably call it quits. So here's the desk. Hey, look, it's me on this day. So this is what I see when I'm doing my lives and filming Trekyards. There's my camera up there and my mic. And then I got you guys over here in the chat generally. And my desktop full of icons, cluttered everywhere. It's a disorganized organization. And then a bunch of scripts that are coming up. But you don't need to know about them. Again, guys, sorry for being sick. Lots of stuff to look at, guys. Jeff puts in $2. What is your most prized item in that room? Somebody asked that before. What's my favorite item? And I gotta say, Sylvia, because she's over sitting in her chair. Other than that, I don't really know. I don't really have an answer for you, unfortunately. I just don't know what to say. So much cool stuff. I don't know which would be my favorite. You know it, Martin. You know it. Too many kits and stuff to build, that's for sure. Canadian starships, I'm going to. That's why the model table is now cleaned off, essentially. It's probably the first one on the build list. What's that white sluggy thing on the floor? I mean sluggy thing. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, the model table is kind of cleared off, so I'll probably start on those and start building those. Like I said, those builds will be on the Captain Foley personal channel. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you go subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel. And if you're interested in model builds, follow me on there for that. Hold on, let me get you back on here, and then we'll next to the green. Oh, I'll show you. It's Mugatu, Geeky Tiki. Mugatu from TOS. I've got them all. I've got the Mugatu, the Gorn, the Klingon, Mr. Spock, Kirk, and McCoy. They're all down there. They're all still in the boxes. I had to get all the TOS ones. But yeah, the Gorn and the Mugatu look the most like Tikis, in my opinion. So that's what those are. Canadian Starship says you have to clear out some kit space before you come back from Wonderfest. Will this stream be set to private like the previous one? It's done? No, this one won't be. This one you can watch anytime, and if you see anything that you want to ask about next time that I'm in this space doing this the show and tell, just make a note of it and mention it next time. That's the good thing about these is I'm going to be doing more of them, and despite what you may think, I've only got a certain amount of stuff. A lot of it is in bins. A lot of it's in different sections of the house. So when I do more, I'll go back and revisit the other sections in case you missed the first time. You have the opportunity to super chat again for that. So it's really kind of up to you guys how these go. So far they've been popular and people have enjoyed them and seem to do pretty good with super chats. But like I said, man, Samuel by himself, made a killing the other day. And then I come on by myself and it's like, I'm not interesting enough for people to talk to me. I understand, I get it. I see how it is, it's fine. Actually, I don't care. But, yeah, so if you watch this after the fact and you couldn't make it to the live, I apologize, but keep an eye open. There will be more of these for sure. These are fun to do, and it's a great way to support the channel, help us out, and what did Jeff say? Sam takes it down to protect the images he made from being taken by anyone who watches it. They are special. Yes, because they're actual assets. So, Zachary says, we love you, Captain Foley. Martin Devon puts in £2. Go through the Klingon poster on the wall. I have a Klingon poster. Where? Where is the Klingon poster? Thanks, Super Coops. Martin, tell me where the poster is. I don't know if I have a Klingon poster. I mean, the only thing that's close is that Die with Honor, Fight for the Empire, Become a Warrior at Klingon.net. That was handed out in Vegas in 2013. Came with the Borg. We are the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. And also, the Federation needs you. Trek to the stars. But this one, it's not really a poster. Oh, look at this shit. Like, look at this cobwebs. If this is the one you're talking about, it's just a bunch of random stickers that were put on a sheet. Yes, I heard about Will Wheaton hosting. I did hear about Will Wheaton hosting the Ready Room, as what it's going to be called. Should be interesting, especially if he's in the show, which I wouldn't put past him being in the show. So we'll see how that goes. But so there you go, Martin. Hopefully that satisfied your craving. Look at the cutaway. You should let people pay to pick items from your collection to decorate your background for the videos, like a shelf and ships, model toys, etc. When I move from this space to another space, because we're going to be redoing some of the rooms, when I do that, that might be what we do. That being said, I am pretty particular when it comes to that kind of thing, so I don't know, we'll have to see. There might be a selection of things you could pick from, and then I'll kind of decide where they go in the background, but it's something that we could definitely work out at that time. We seem to be short on Romulan gear in here. Yeah, not a lot of Romulan stuff, that's for sure. Do you have to account for all this with your insurance company? Most of it, yes. Not all of it specifically, but he has to be in the show just so we can have a fresh, new, exciting "Shut Up, Wesley," LOL. Next thing you know, you're going to get a whole lot of NVIDIA boxes on the shelves. NVIDIA boxes. I hate that that's not working right now. Let's do that. Why would I have NVIDIA boxes on the shelves? I'm confused. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Jeff. Just trying to think if there's anything else Romulan. I mean, this is Romulan, kind of. This is a metal tin. Got the Enterprise on there. Romulan there. On the back, it's got Spock shooting a snake monster, but it's covered up because this is a model kit in here. It's 1/1000 scale. You can make the excuse me, the production version of the Enterprise, the cage version, or the first pilot version of the ship. There's the Enterprise and a D7. You open it up, and it's literally just a model kit. It's a 1/1000 scale model kit. And this one actually is special because it is going to become, got some decals made up for it, the NCC 612674, the USS Executioner. And that is my ship. One of my ships in Star Trek Online, which is actually this one. This is my 3D printed Star Trek Online ship, the Executioner, which is not going to focus on that probably, but, and yes, I made this before Disco Prize came out, so the angled struts, I do like that look. It's also got the refit style neck. Yeah. So that's kind of Romulan-esque, I guess. Cool little collectible tin. We should get a ship plaque for that, if you're ready with. I assume you're talking about one of the new ship plaques from Star Trek Online. And absolutely, I would love to get one. I would love to do that. Oh no, live streaming stopped. What? No, it didn't. It's still going. I can see it. There's 47 people here still. An error occurred. Please try again later. Playback error. I don't know. It's working. Seems to be working fine on my end. See? There I am. Still broadcasting here. So oh, that's fine, Chris. Don't worry about it. I get it, because I can relate. So yeah, we are at almost 2 hours now. I think we're going to call it quits for now because my throat is really bugging me. Maybe I'll do this again some other time soon when I'm feeling better and my throat isn't so raw and sore. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and for everybody that super chatted. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate that. For everybody that didn't super chat, I also appreciate that as well. You guys are still fantastic. Hopefully I answered some of your questions or concerns on here. I know, Jeff, I know. Your backgrounds are so much better than Sam's. That is 100% true. I will 1,000% agree with you. And today we were talking about it because he's getting ready to set his up on Sunday when he does it. And he says, you could probably make some money too by, having people select your background if you tidied it up a bit. I'm like, what do you mean by tidied it up? He says, well, no, I didn't mean it like that. When you move, I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. And that's something that we'll definitely do, as was suggested in the chat as well. I mean, I didn't do that when we did the ready room, but it's not the same dynamic as far as him being able to render the ship on the screen and you see it. And I mean, people really got excited with that super chat, with that live, and super chatted the heck out of it. I don't have the ability to do that. The best I could do is show vintage toys and stuff that you can select from to have in the background, which actually I think is a fantastic idea the more I think about it. But we'll have to see when that happens. It's probably not going to be anytime soon, but when it happens, I think that's something we'll consider, because I do have a lot of stuff, and it will be all moved from here and put in another room, and it's going to have to be rearranged at that point, and maybe consolidated with some of the other stuff in the other rooms. So we'll have to see how it goes, but there will be a new office set up at some point, just not anytime in the near future. But that's something we can definitely consider if you guys would be interested in that. If not, make sure that you what was I saying? I was going to say in the meantime, oh yeah, if I do another of these super chat show and tells, please come by and join me. As I said, each time will be a different part of the house with different collections, and you'll be able to pick and choose what you want to talk about. We might do non-specific, or more specific ones, like Transformers specifically, which will be on the Captain Foley personal channel. So I suggest going over and at least subscribing to that and clicking the notifications so you get notified when I do upload, because I do want to produce more content for the Captain Foley personal channel, as it's not all Star Trek that I'm into, which is hard to believe looking around, I guess, but it is what it is. So go subscribe to that one as well, and don't forget to hit like on this video before you leave. Also, don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, both channels actually. And there you go, Jeff sharing the link right there for the Captain Foley personal channel, so make sure you click that and open in a new tab, go over and hit subscribe and notify, and then I'll see you guys over there. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and don't worry, there will be more of these, and we'll see about maybe coming up with a more gimmicky thing for a super chat thing, because I want to beat Samuel's record for the amount of super chats when I'm doing one live by myself, and so far I don't even come close. I'm too nice. I talk to everybody in the chat. I don't wait for the super chats, unfortunately. So anyway, Squadra course, $10. Just so you know, we appreciate you too. Thank you very much appreciated. That does mean a lot, so thank you guys so much. Like I said, I gotta go nurse my voice and my throat, because we're going to be filming a lot next week, and Picard's coming up, so lots of great stuff. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye, everybody.